What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't fear, isn't laziness, and isn't a lack of talent? What if it's something much quieter, something that steals your future without you even noticing? Psychologists have observed a pattern that appears in countless lives. It doesn't begin with failure. It begins with avoidance. Not the obvious kind, the invisible kind. The kind where you tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, you'll have the difficult conversation next week, or you'll chase your dream after life becomes less stressful. It sounds responsible. It sounds reasonable. But year after year, later, quietly becomes your identity. And one day, you wake up realizing you've been surviving your life instead of living it. Here's what makes this pattern so dangerous. The human brain is designed to protect you from emotional pain. Whenever a choice carries the possibility of rejection, embarrassment, or failure, your brain searches for a safer option. Stay where you are. Wait a little longer. Think about it a bit more. In psychology, this is called avoidance coping. The problem is that every time you escape discomfort, your brain becomes slightly less capable of facing it the next time. Avoidance doesn't solve fear. It trains fear. That's why people often become trapped without realizing it. They don't lose because they failed. They lose because they stopped entering the game. The strange part is that this can feel surprisingly comfortable. You convince yourself you're being patient. You're waiting for the perfect opportunity, the perfect job, the perfect relationship, or the perfect version of yourself. But perfection is a moving target. The closer you think you are, the farther away it becomes. Meanwhile, life keeps moving without asking whether you're ready. Look closely at people who transform their lives. They're rarely fearless. They're rarely perfectly prepared. What separates them is something much simpler. They stop negotiating with discomfort. They understand that confidence is not something you find before taking action. It's something you earn after surviving experiences you once thought would break you. Every difficult decision rewires the brain. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens your identity. Every uncomfortable action sends one powerful message to your subconscious. I can handle more than I thought. Over time, that message changes everything. Because identity isn't built by what you believe about yourself. It's built by what you repeatedly do. The person who exercises despite not feeling motivated becomes disciplined. The person who speaks honestly despite fear becomes courageous. The person who keeps showing up after failure becomes resilient, not overnight, but one decision at a time. Here's the truth most people spend years avoiding. Your future isn't waiting for a better version of you. That better version is waiting for your next decision. No breakthrough, no perfect moment, no magical wave of motivation, just one uncomfortable choice that proves you're no longer controlled by yesterday's habits. Maybe that's what growing really means. Not becoming someone completely different, but finally becoming the person you've been postponing for years. So ask yourself one question before this video ends. A year from today, will your future self thank you for the choices you're making today, or wish you had started sooner? The answer to that question doesn't depend on luck. It depends on what you do after this moment. If you enjoy exploring the hidden psychology behind human behavior and personal transformation, subscribe for more videos that challenge the way you think. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, master your mind.